Hey, what's up? Phew, had a mega dose of vitamin C a few hours ago and I feel great! Um, God, I'm starting to sound like one of those people that makes commercials. Hi, how are you doing? I don't ever want to sound like that. Not even like that either. Contrary to other YouTube channels on photography, I'm always pretty much saying the opposite of what they're doing and saying. You know, they're taking pictures of hot people and taking pictures of rare birds and trees. And especially the past 2 years where everybody is suffering financially, this advice is more helpful than it's ever been. And I'm 100% right on this. And I find it extremely odd. That's because they're YouTube people. They don't actually give helpful advice. I find it extremely odd that no one else is talking about this. And that is that in this current situation, which is what's going on in the world, and we don't need to talk about that because everybody knows what's going on, there's actually really good money to be had for a working photographer. It's not in wedding photography or event photography, obviously, so that stuff sucked. And it was horrible work before all of this stuff started. But right now for product photography, corporate and business, which are essentially the same, there's some distinctions there. Product photography and also business photography has some crossovers. I have 2 jobs lined up this week. One of them's for business and the other one's to take pictures of some boring products for a company's website. A local business, not a huge business, but a substantial business. And the products are large and I need to come on location. And that's not a big deal. I'll be spending hours there this Saturday after the shop is closed. And that's wonderful. Other people, especially now that the GFX 100S is out, a lot of people have bought that camera. I'd like to buy that camera, and I think I will in the future, but it's the exact same image sensor and image output as my GFX 100 is. So while I love the camera and the ergos, you know, it's an awesome camera. I don't personally need to buy it right now because I have 2 medium format cameras. But a lot of people are taking my advice on doing product photography. And one person called me recently that I've been talking to for some time. And I told him to reach out to other people. It's like, well, what do you currently do? You have a lot of connections. This person specializes in a certain area. I'm not going to say what that is or give a hint on, you know, who this person is and what they do. It's like, yeah. So you network with other people. And I said the only problem with product photography and business photography, and this is real, it's not a joke, is that you'll end up with more jobs in a quick, short period of time than you'll be able to do. I've had that on, also I have 4 jobs, by the way. I do have 4 jobs, on making these wallets. Hey, don't you just hate Adobe Flash Player? Remind me later. Yeah, I don't want to know about Adobe Flash Player. Yeah, please. Don't you hate Adobe Flash Player? Anyway, I've had to remind people that, where was I? About doing work in product photography. And that, oh yeah, I was mentioning about the leather work I'm doing. I even though I took like 2 or 3 days off over the weekend, it was only 2 or 3 days off from making videos. I was so insanely busy making wallets for people. And I find it strange, and I've kind of known this for many years about different things. And I've always been doing leather work for decades, so I've been doing it by hand. So I spent several thousands of dollars. And this is kind of a perfect analogy. You can't see them. I'm looking at $7,000 worth of leather sewing machines. These machines have already paid for themselves. When it comes to product photography and the medium format GFX cameras, they do, if you want them to. And it doesn't require much work. You do need to have some skills on lighting. You need to learn about lighting. You need to get at least 1 studio strobe. You need to get 2 or 3 speed lights. You need to learn about light modifiers and negative fill and all that other stuff. But if you want to, the equipment not only can very quickly pay for itself, but also too can make you money. So in this time where everybody's struggling financially, when it comes to product photography, business and corporate photography, taking pictures of their building and their staff and whatnot for their website, you know, you don't have to worry about the rules and regulations that are going on in the world. You know, you pay attention to what the business requires you to do as far as protecting yourself and others, but there's no limitations on what you could actually do. And all you have to do is get, and I've said this before in other videos, it only costs you $100 to set up. The rest is just networking. Get yourself $50 for the business cards. Get a free blogspot.com, which is owned by Google. It's free. Okay? Put up who you are, what you do, and give some examples of your work. And then have the people contact you. And you can put that on the bottom of your business card, your blogspot, your website. I mean, it'd be better to have a paid-for website, which still doesn't cost much money. But if you want a free blogspot, there's a lot of people that use that. It's completely free. Just network with the people that you know. It's like, hey, you know, I do product photography. I notice your website, the pictures are low resolution. Everybody has high bandwidth now. And you need better pictures. When I buy stuff online, if whether that be eBay or something else, and someone's got a crummy little ultra low res image, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to buy it. When you have an edge in anything gives you an edge. Medium format is that edge. Nobody wants to upload 800 megabyte TIFF images of a single image. Even if you have high bandwidth, it's just the images are just too huge. But you have the elbow room to edit the hell out of the pictures a lot easier, and not worrying about fudging and you know, dragging your sliders one way or the other, because there's just simply not enough information to mess with. You never have that issue with medium format. Well, almost never. Essentially never you do. Especially if you crop correctly and you do the correct lighting, you never have an issue. So I'm glad a lot of people are listening to me on that. I find it incredibly insane, stupid, and unintelligent that other people on YouTube photography channels are not giving people logical, sound advice like this. And so that's something that you should consider. So anyway, I have 2 jobs set up this week. Thanks for that. It just means I'll be more pressed for time to do less and less. But that's life, right? You got to pay the bills. There's house insurance, car insurance, property taxes, regular taxes, gas, water, electric, phone, cable. There's all these stupid bills. You have to struggle to survive, right? Especially these days. But anyway, there is a lot of money in photography. But it's not taking pictures of hot people, and it's not taking pictures of beautiful. We all would love to do that. Landscapes, birds, and beautiful people, right? There's no money in that. There just isn't. So, also too, when you make your hobby and what you like to do, photography, into a job, you know, it kind of ruins photography a little bit for you. Not a lot. I never lost my spirit for doing photography. I've just lost my ability to have free time to do anything that I like to do. But that's the way things are when you got to pay the bills, I guess, right? It's part of growing up, so I hear. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.